Okay, welcome everybody into the Notre Dame postgame press conference. We're joined by two student athletes, and Hannah Hidalgo and Sonia Cintron, and head coach Neil Ivey as well. A few housekeeping notes before we get things started. If you haven't been with us yet so far this week, please silence your cell phones throughout the course of the press conference. No flash photography, but photographs are allowed. If you're joining us on Zoom, just use the raise your hand function. We'll get to all the questions in-house before we get to the questions on Zoom, and then just no recording on your phone or camera of the press conference as well. And we'll also, just time constraint-wise, be limiting to 2 questions per person before we move on to the next. And Coach, if you don't mind getting things started with an opening statement.
Well, really grateful for today. It was a great performance from our team, so excited about this win, excited about the fans. I thought they did a great job of coming out to support us. Bunch of great basketball today in South Bend, but I was really pleased with our defensive effort. I thought we came out on fire. I thought we were really locked in. Our preparation all week, to me, really has paid off, and just tribute to this team. Like, they came in focused, they came in ready. We got back to work, and this was the result of their effort and their energy and their preparation. I really enjoyed the entire team, scoring. I got a chance to have the entire team on the floor. That gave us incredible energy. It's great to see our walk-ons get a chance to play and score. These two led us. There was a lot of great performances from everybody on the team, both of them ending with 24 points. But their defensive intensity, full court, their poise, efficiency, it was fantastic. Just did a great job of leading us. And, again, really pleased with the win. Excited to be able to play again on Sunday.
With that, we can open things up to questions for Hannah and Sonia as well. Just a reminder, too, to state your name and media affiliation prior to your first question.
Eric Hansen, Inside ND Sports. Did you say we do
Just for the student athletes first.
Okay. You guys got a break. You look like you hadn't been on a break and really got off to a good start. When did you kind of feel like you were kind of back to the team that you had been earlier this year?
I think honestly in the first quarter, but maybe not the first 2 minutes when they hit those threes, like a couple minutes after that, once we, started to get our rhythm and our flow. But I think, honestly, from the beginning of the game.
And then Hannah, there were a lot of combinations coming in early in the game. Can you talk about how well your team was able to handle all the different personnel coming in? And
from the opposite team, personnel from the opposite team or our team?
Yeah,
I think we have a lot of firepower. Honestly, I think everybody plays well together, and so whoever's coming in, we know that we're able to, adjust. We've played with these girls all season, so it's easy to adjust for whoever's coming in. We trust in Coach Ivey's substitution. Like, when Kate's coming in, we know to feed her the ball 'cause she's going to be the biggest player on the floor. So it's easy playing with the girls. We all know each other well.
Hi, Maggie Hendricks with Yahoo Sports. Hannah, you got a whole bunch of dishes today that were highlight-worthy. Was there a pass that stood out? Was there an assist that stood out to you that was your favorite?
Let me think real quick. Probably, I think the cross-court to Sony when she hit 3. I think towards the end, I think that our momentum was really, the fans were really into it. The momentum was really high, and I think that was kind of like, we had a couple daggers, but that was the exciting one.
And then for both of you, Michigan-Notre Dame is about as storied as a rivalry as you're going to get. What does it mean that you guys get to play it in such a high-stakes game?
Yeah, I think we're excited no matter who we were going to play on Sunday. We were going to be ready and we were going to be excited, but I honestly didn't even know it was that big of a rivalry. For basketball, for football it is, for basketball too, I guess. But yeah, we're excited to play another day and just give it our all. So.
Chuck Freeby from Sports Michiana. Sony, let's start with you. How much did Niel and the other coaches emphasize defense over these past 2 weeks, and especially this week leading up to the game?
Yeah, they emphasized it a whole lot. Those practices were definitely hard, but I think it was exactly what we needed, and it was fun to get after it and just get better defensively. We fought in practice, and because practice was so hard, it made the game easy, and we just challenged each other. Coach Ivey challenged us, and I think we responded. So we definitely got challenged, but I think it made us better. So. And
Hannah, Coach Ivey already alluded to it, but watching you when Lucy hit the 3, there was nobody more excited in that arena than you. What does it mean when you see those players that rarely get to play be able to make that kind of contribution?
Yeah, I think it's truly a blessing that, we have the talent that we have, even all the way down to the walk-ons. I mean, when we're able to do kind of what we do and dominate on the floor from the beginning, then it gives the walk-ons an opportunity to go in and play and get the fans even more excited. So it was honestly just so fun to see them just get in at all, and then for them to score. I mean, Lucy hit a 3 in the girl's face, and then, Sarah scoring, Bella scoring, everybody scoring. So, it's always a blessing, and it's super exciting to see them get in at all.
Any other questions for our student athletes? Or do you guys have any more to ask in the front here?
Hannah, you also had a chance to get home to New Jersey during the time off.
Right.
How much did that help refresh you?
Yeah, I think it was big. I think just having a reset, like as an athlete, I feel like all athletes need a reset, whether that's from social media or just getting home to see their family. We were all able to go and reset, whether that was going home or just going and relaxing. And it was so important to be able to see my family and kind of regroup and kind of take a step back and appreciate all that the Lord has blessed me with, and kind of reflect and thank God for the opportunity that I have to come and play in this tournament.
Courtney Cronin from ESPN. Hannah, you waited 2 years now to be able to share a backcourt with Olivia, and I know that she left the game early due to injury, but what did that mean to you, having her impact out there, not necessarily as a scoring impact, but all of the passes that she was assisting you guys on in your scoring efforts?
Yeah, I mean, just having Liv back at all, she just opens the floor up so much. She's so dangerous. Just her ability to not only score, but also to get all of her teammates involved, and that's what makes her so dangerous, is that she can see the floor so well. So it's so easy playing with her because I know kind of what's coming next, just being another point guard. But she's just able to drive, draw 2 defenders, and then create for her teammates. And then she had 8 assists, and so honestly, that's great for a point guard. So, and 1 turnover. Yeah, so just having her on the floor is honestly so dangerous. So I'm proud of her.
Anybody else? Hannah, Sonia, thanks so much for
Thank
taking
you.
the time to
Thank
join
you.
us. And now we could open it up to questions for Coach Ivey.
Coach, Olivia went down with 8:44 left, and it looked like an ankle. What can you tell us about her injury? What do you know at this point?
Yes, so ankle injury, stepped on someone's foot, so she's going to be okay, but she's got to get treatment.
But do you feel like she'll be ready for the next
I
game?
haven't heard anything, but she walked off and she verbally said she was okay.
Okay, and then your bench was really good today. You went to it early. Liza gave you a lot of points. Kate, Cass. Was that intentional that you wanted to play a deeper rotation right from the get-go?
Yeah, it's usually what the game dictates, and I felt like it was a perfect timing for them to bring energy. I thought Liza, which I didn't get a chance to say earlier, had a double-double, 7 offensive rebounds. She was a big difference with the energy that came from the bench. I know what I have as far as Liza, Cass, and Kate, and just I guess go with what the game dictates, but I thought all 3 of them were focused, ready. Again, I was very defensive-minded today, so just wanted to change that energy right from the beginning, and I thought they came in and gave us a great spark, all 3 of them.
Sorry, Maggie Hendricks with Yahoo Sports. Michigan had a game where they had to use their starters for almost the entire game, whereas you got to really play everyone. Do you think that gives you an advantage going in?
Well, honestly, they play so well. They play so hard. So it's really, I'm hoping that our depth can help us on Sunday. And got to scout, see what that looked like, because I was back preparing for this game. But I'm hoping that our depth can give us an advantage moving forward.
And then as a longtime Notre Dame person, you do know a little bit more, it seems, than your players about that rivalry with Michigan. Yeah. So what does it mean to you to get to have this in this kind of game?
I mean, it means everything. I mean, they're down the street. It's 2-story programs. A phenomenal coach and women's basketball tradition there at Michigan. Have one of our former players, Natalie Achamwa, that's on the bench. So, again, we're excited to play. And no matter who our matchup was, we're going to be ready on Sunday. But I'm excited for women's basketball to see 2 great programs matched up together.
What was your focus on defense? What were you trying to emphasize to your players over the past week or 2?
Yeah, I mean, individual pride and rotations, those were 2 big things. And that can come with 1-on-1, 2-on-2, 3-on-3. Like I was very focused on going back to the basics, challenge them within a lot of practices, made the practices extremely challenging so we can get better. Stayed on things very long until I felt like we had moved forward in progression with whatever we were doing. But that was my biggest focus, individual pride and doing a great job with our team defense and communication. Those were the emphasis last week.
Rebounding part of that too.
Absolutely. So that's always attached. So, yeah, rebounding. So getting the stops. We, I forced them to make sure we were in situations that we had to get the stops. And sometimes rebounding is a big key of that. And credit to our practice squad. They came back. They really helped us, really challenged us, and it really prepared us for today.
Any further questions for Coach Ivey? Coach, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hammond Communications will post a recording of this press conference in the NCAA Media Hub at ncaa.veritone.com, and transcripts will be provided by ASAP, and that will happen shortly. Thanks all for
Gosh, who let Tez in here? Look at Tez.
Okay, welcome everybody to the Stephen F. Austin post-game press conference. We're joined by Avery Van Sickle at Trinity Moore, 2 student athletes, and head coach Leonard Bishop as well. And just a reminder to keep on silencing your phones throughout the remainder of this press conference. Say your name and media affiliation prior to question, and use the raise your hand function if you're joining us on Zoom. We'll get to a coach statement before we get to questions just for the student athletes. Coach Bishop, if you want to get things started.
Yeah, an unfortunate way to end a really good year. Really proud of my team for battling through injuries and battling through adversity all year long. These two have embodied, Lady Jack basketball through and through all year long, so really proud of them. Glad they're up here with me. But, again, Notre Dame, credit to them. They came out, they executed their game plan, they made shots. Felt like we turned the ball over a little bit too much, which allowed them to get out in transition and get flowing. But, again, ultimately, like I said, really proud of our team, the way we represented Stephen F. Austin, the university, the city of Nacogdoches, and the great people that are our fans. So really proud of this group.
Thank you, Coach. We can get to questions for the student athletes.
Ben Hicks, Notre Dame Observer. Playing in a big crowd like this, what impact do you think they had on some of the turnovers that Notre Dame was able to capitalize off of in the second half to kind of push that lead out?
I wouldn't say that it had an impact on us turning the ball over. We're just kind of careless with it, not valuing the possession. But the crowd, good for Notre Dame, feeding into, giving them some momentum to capitalize off of our turnovers. So turnovers is on us. We just got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, definitely a big crowd, but we played in front of some big crowds all year, so I think it was just mainly on us, not taking care of the ball. But overall, still doesn't take away from our season, and I'm still very proud of us. So.
What are the biggest takeaways from the season overall? I know you guys came in with a 15-game win streak, but then, your season ending here at South Bend today.
The overall season?
Yeah,
I think this group showed a lot of resilience overall. I think we've battled through a lot this year. And just to be able to come together again today, I don't think we showed everything we could have. And as unfortunate as that was, there's still so many moments throughout the season where we battled, and ultimately you're going to look back and think of how fun this season was and what a great opportunity it is to play a really good team here. So overall, not the best way you want to end your season, but at the same time, just very appreciative and just really thankful for this group and all the work they've put in this year.
Yeah, I'll second that. I'm proud of our group. It was a fun year playing with everybody. We had a pretty new squad. You know, we're mixing it new and old. So I'm just proud of how far we came, and then just us being able to have this opportunity. We hope to capitalize off of it later on in the future.
A lot of eyes on this program today with the game being on ESPN as well. What do you want fans to take away about this program from this year and from today and overall?
Just that we're willing to put in all the work and just make you guys proud. We really just want to build off of this and carry it into next season and just learn from everything today. Take the good with the bad, and then just keep working away. And yeah, just do it for the town. We're very appreciative for them and all the support they've given us, especially throughout this year. They've really showed up for us, so we give a lot of credit to them just for all the love. So.
Yeah, I agree word for what Avery said. This is also a place where you can come and compete for championships and have opportunities to show your face in the NCAA tournament. So I appreciate all of our fans and supporters and family following us around all year and helping us to get here.
Avery, Trinity, thanks so much for taking the time. We appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Appreciate you. Snatch this.
Get it all.
And with that, we can open up to questions for Coach Leonard Bishop.
Coach, third tournament appearance in the last 5 years for this program. How do you build off the success, 29 wins this year, and try to keep this going moving into next season?
Yeah, I think we just got to continue to recruit high-character student athletes. You know, again, those two that were just sitting up here are high-character kids that can also play basketball at a high level. That's been the recipe for us, is to get good kids that want to come in and, like we talk about, represent Nacogdoches and SFA in a first-class manner, and then also that they're willing to lay it out on the line every single game that they put that purple on. So, again, like I said, just continue to recruit good people to be a part of our organization. That's the recipe for success.
When you take a step back and look at this year after coming so close in the conference championship last year in 2024, getting over that hurdle, getting back to the NCAA tournament, kind of looking macro at this whole 2024-2025 season, what are your thoughts here at the end?
Yeah, well, what I said at the beginning, extremely proud of our group. Like I said, they battled through resiliency. We were really close a year ago, and then we busted down that door this year. We were the 3 seed going into the tournament, won 3 games in 3 days. So we talk about resiliency. That's a word that we've said a lot, but ultimately, like, our kids are a tight-knit group, and that's what I've loved about them. Obviously, I've had great memories coaching them on the floor, but some of my best memories of this group are going to be in the hotel, on the bus, at dinners, things like that. And that's what, being a student athlete and being in college athletics is all about. It's not just the competition on the floor, but it's the camaraderie off of it. And so I'm proud of our group and the culture that we were able to build this year.
And then lastly, if you could just speak to Trinity more, her leadership, her role really increasing this year, being a senior and what she's been able to accomplish and provide for this program.
No, I truly love that kid. I'm lucky to be a part of her life. You talked about her role increasing from a statistical standpoint. She put in the work this summer to make sure that she was able to lead on the floor for us, but her leadership off of the floor is really what I've been proud of. She's a kid that comes hard and brings it every single day in practice and is dialed in, but then also has the character and also the silliness to also keep the room light and able to crack a joke at the right time to make everybody feel light and kind of lighten the mood and take some of the pressure off. And honestly, as a coach, sometimes I need that as well. I'm so grind mode and focused on the next one that she'll crack a joke and I'm like, all right, we can kind of relax here. But really proud of Timo and the way she's been able to develop her game and also develop her leadership skills as a part of this team.
Coach, thanks so much.
Thank you. Axum Jacks.